Hey, welcome back to the Nets. Unbiased views. They're fast, they're furious. With me is, as always, Arsh. And topics that we will be covering today were the Gabba test. There's also a test match happening in Galle, Sri Lanka. And a few insights here and there about what is happening in the world of cricket. So, welcome, Arsh.
Hey man, before we start, hit the like, subscribe, please share it amongst your friends, do whatever you can to help us grow. So yeah, where were we? Where do you want to start off with?
Let's start off with the Galle test, Sri Lanka versus England. Sri Lanka bundled out for 135, and there were some experts coming in and saying this is probably the worst batting lineup that they have seen, or the worst batting they have seen in Test cricket, and that includes the 36 all out that we had recently seen India go through. And I saw highlights of that game, and that was absolutely outrageous. I don't know if you have been following that, but batsman getting out to reverse sweep, uh, two wickets down, and someone trying to come in, step out of the crease, and try to hit a six. It was like there was absolutely no intent shown by Sri Lanka to draft an inning, make it play like a test match.
Here's the thing. When we got out for 35, that was just tremendous bowling.
Yes,
So here's the thing. Out of so on an average, you need 7 to 8 chances that you make to convert a wicket. On that day, there were 32 chances, out of which they picked up a wicket. So 32 chances in total, they picked up 9 wickets. So that's less than 3 deliveries, right? So that means they bowled really well.
yes,
So
agree.
the thing, and if you compare it with their innings, it is just whatever I heard from it. It is just not required. So it is they have not developed the format of the game. They're not developed for the format of the game. If you have been noticing, I've been following their Premier League, which happens. I don't know what is it called, the Sri Lankan Premier League, wherein
Premier League.
yeah, Lanka Premier League or something like that. So there was no intent. There was no so there were just people coming in and doing absolutely rubbish, which was not needed at all. So there needs to be some platform wherein they inculcate the habit of playing test match, and then this won't happen.
And we should probably make a show of just how T20 has been impacting world cricket. But anyway, in reply, England played really well. And by England, I mean Joe Root stood out. Joe Root made 228, and there was another supporting act by, I think, Joss Butler and Dan Lawrence, newbies again. They made 76, but Sri Lanka has bounced back amazingly. They at the close of stumps, they were, I think, 156 for two, still behind by 150 odd, but nonetheless, at least we can see a proper Sri Lankan batting up, trying and coming in and trying to make it. And plus the fact that two of their best batsmen are still yet to come, Chandimal and Matthews, and to a certain extent Niroshan Dickwella. So hopefully Sri Lanka gives a fight. This will again be a rain-marked test match. So if Sri Lanka can actually manage to just graft their wicket and hang on, they might get something out of this game. Even walking away with a draw would be massive.
Yeah, that's
But
all.
with that being said, let's move to the big one, Sydney. I know we did not even get a chance to meet yesterday after the team was picked. But
Yeah,
let's start from there. Are you happy with the team selection?
you said Sydney, it's Gabba.
Gabba, sorry, Gabba. Gabba, my apologies. Gabba, are you happy with the team selection?
Like you said, back the 11 which is playing. So
I, I mean, back the 11, but I thought on a bouncy track, a wrist spinner always assists. I don't know if why India missed a trick by not playing Kuldeep. I thought that if Ashwin was missing, Kuldeep will definitely get a game, and he has earned that much. He has that reputation from the past as well. So I think it was a little bit of an overkill playing three pacers of the same, that offer the exact same thing: Siraj, Shardul, and Saini.
but Washington Sundar over Kuldeep is really a question mark. I don't know how much will he contribute with the bat, but I don't know. I somehow feel even if so, I just tomorrow and day after there is some rain which is expected. So if it's a washed out test match, I'm still happy with it.
I, I agree. If it's a washed out test match, it's pretty much a win. India keeps the trophy. But it's like we walked into the test match with the intent of just holding them down and controlling the runs. If you look at Washington Sundar and his line, and yes, he managed to get 3 wickets, which is huge considering what he has. I think he was banked more on the fact that he has a domestic 154 in test matches. He has 450s, I think. But also, his line is way too defensive. If you ask me, he already bowls a middle and leg line, which takes away the chances of LBW and bowled. So, which pretty much leaves you with two choices: caught at silly midpoint or caught at the leg gully. And I think it's a little bit of a defensive approach. Plus the fact that we lost Saini again, which highlights like, okay, the injuries. I understand that we are fighting back. We have a strong bench, but the question again comes back: what is going on in that dressing room where we do not have the right medical staff to actually address these things to prevent them? I don't know.
Now it is a question mark, right? Now it I feel that it is a question mark on our back staff that what is actually wrong.
And
Nothing wrong with
so started digging a little bit into what could be wrong about this. One of the biggest factors that comes up is the clay that is used in the stadiums to make that grounds or pitches or stadiums is different in India, is different in the Middle East where we were playing the IPL, and it's way different in Australia. So if you're saying that because the bowlers are running in and they are trying to hit the deck hard, they're getting all these strains, Bumrah getting a stomach strain, a groin injury for Saini, is that the reason that has not been accounted for? But then to contradict that, we also have Ishant Sharma who didn't play at all in Australia or in the IPL and still managed to have a side strain. So we, we have to come up with some kind of an explanation, and BCCI has to explain as to what is happening with the medical staff that we are getting these many injuries. The only explainable ones are Shami and Jadeja, who got injured because they were hit by a ball, and Vihari, it's a freak injury, understandable.
absolutely, absolutely. So
So
the one
yeah, coming back to the test match and the action,
coming back to Washington Sundar, the delivery that got green out, that just did not spin. That just did not spin.
it when it just zip through. Yeah, and it's more like a T20. He is a genuine T20 bowler. I won't even bowl him in one-day internationals. He's just a 4 over T20 bowler, and that's it. But oh well, strange things happen in cricket. He was staying back just to help India bowl in the nets, and all of a sudden he makes a test debut. Cricket and cricketing gods work in a strange way.
This is the
But coming back to yesterday, again, drop catches hurting India on day one. Labuschagne shouldn't have got where he got. And another thing that I noticed was none of the batsmen, barring Warner, have actually gone out to a good delivery. All of them got themselves out. Even yesterday, I think Shubman Gill probably got a decent delivery, but Rohit's delivery is unacceptable. His way of dismissal for me is unacceptable. Rohit should be given a whack on his back.
So I was watching the highlights, and I was watching the game on CricBuzz, and so I started working on something. So a colleague walked up to me and he was like, Rohit is out. So I was like, did he give his wicket away? Was he caught somewhere in the boundary, or it was a genuinely good delivery? He was like, what do you think? I was like, gave his wicket away, and that was the case. So that's the case that happens with him. He tends to give his wicket away for cheap.
Absolutely, and that for me is not acceptable. I understand he comes with the whole Rohit Sharma reputation, but in all the innings that we have seen so far in Australia, the bowlers have not got him out. Rohit Sharma has got himself out.
Correct, correct. And
And
With Shubman Gill, as Megra was saying, it is going to be a testing time for him because his defense will definitely work in India. But if he keeps on just tapping the ball away, that is going to cost him. That is what exactly happened.
yes, I agree. But I was absolutely bummed by Rohit Sharma's wicket. I mean, his catching was phenomenal this test match.
Crazy.
Was brilliant throughout, but his batting yesterday, I was expecting more from him. This is when, he is the senior most batsman. Yes, test match is all about Pujara and
Rahane.
Rahane. But if you ask me, who do you bank more on? You will by default say Rohit Sharma. Yes, these two are the central pillars, but Rohit Sharma is more impactful than both of these put together.
Absolutely.
So I thought that yes, he had to step up yesterday and score 100 maybe and just see out. And he got out in the first over that Nathan Lyon bowled, which was again like, do you not even think? But over. I guess there is some more rain expected today as well. So we are this test match might be heading towards another draw unless we have one bad session of India or Australia.
This Saturday is over. Our bad sessions are over. That's only from Saturday to Saturday. So
Yes,
let's hope that continues and our Saturday is over. So let's stay positive. Let's hope this game's a washed out game and we come back to India and play England. And
and
hope there are no more injuries in the series.
absolutely. And again, kudos to the team for managing to come back with I mean, the way they have fought is brilliant. But I think that the last test match selection could have been better and they could have gone for the kill here. Australia was feeling it. Australia was feeling the pain. They could have gone so much better. They could have done so much better with this. But oh well, it is what it is. Kudos to Natarajan. Decent debut. Could have got 4 or 5 wickets on any other day. Catches dropped on his bowling as well, but decent bowling. I do not see him succeeding in India. Truth be told, if there is no swing, he's not going to add anything with that gentle pace, medium pace that he has. But he's doing his job of stepping in for somebody else really well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the ball that Sunny bowled uh, for Labuschagne was a good delivery, which the catch was dropped at Galle from Rahane. It was a genuinely good delivery, and he pulled his hamstring or something like that happened. Hamstring, right? He pulled his hamstring.
Groin. Pulled his groin.
So that was, and he should, like you said, he shouldn't have reached where he reached. Australia shouldn't have reached 162. And here's one more thing. So the amount of time that we are taking to wrap the innings up from 6 to 10 is tremendous. Even these guys managed to put on around a 50 odd run. Instead, we can't contribute 5.
Absolutely. Yeah, their last three managed 54 runs. Our last three have managed to get 54. I would be happy if they have got 54 in all these four tests so far. I don't think we have done that. So yeah, that probably is the difference maker. Even the last test we could have won if we were able to hold their tailenders down. This test match as well, the diff score, if we had just hung on to our catches, the score could have been 200. But oh
Absolutely.
well, things happen. Cricket is a funny game. What else do we have today?
Uh, I guess that's it from the cricketing aspect. Anything of the field that's happening?
Um, I know there was a Bangladesh have also included Shakib back in their squad against West Indies, so that series starts in a few days here. That would be depends on which West Indies shows up. West Indies can sweep away with 350, 400 in one day, and then they could again be rattled for 150 the next. So let's just hope it's a good game. And I guess that's all that we have for today.
Anything from Mushtaq Ali? Oh, your Mohammad Azharuddin got out for a duck.
Mohammad Azharuddin got out for a duck today, but they already had, considering February is when the IPL 2021, uh, what do
Auction.
you call it? But yeah, that is going to go through, they were already talking about which team he might be a part of. So that is
Yeah,
something to look
he
to.
will be a part of some team, and I really hope it's not the Mumbai Indians because he won't.
Uh, he won't get a game in Mumbai Indians.
He won't.
I do not know which players we end up releasing this time around. I won't be surprised if Krunal Pandya is released, but
Dude, have you watched the series about the insides of Mumbai Indians? It's on Netflix. Okay,
I am not.
uh, watch this series. It's about it. It covers all the insights. Basically, ऊपर ऊपर से है, लेकिन it's a good series, right? So it's basically Akash Ambani sitting in his pants saying that how crazy he was to buy out and keep Krunal Pandya in the team. He went for a massive 8.2 crores or 8.6 crores in the last auction when he was set off. And then he was asked, he was given a right to retain card. So I don't see Krunal Pandya going anywhere. Like genuinely being very honest, I don't see him going anywhere. And I think Chris Lynn should go. Chris Lynn should actually play for a team where he can actually make an impact. He's an impactful player.
Let's just make a different show all the way for the IPL draft. Eventually, let's just dedicate 20-minute time for IPL draft. But I guess that's all that we have for today. If we do have a
News
whole
com-
game,
Sad news coming in. Krunal Pandya, Hardik Pandya lost their father. So
oh, sad to know that. Oh well, may he rest in peace wherever he is. So that's all that we have, guys, today. So before we go, if you have come this far, please hit the like button. If you're watching it for the first time, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a shout out. If you like it, let us know. If you don't like it, let everybody know. I'm sorry, the other way around. If you like it, if
everybody
you like it,
know.
let everybody know. If you don't like it, let us know. And that's all that we have. Stay healthy, stay safe wherever you are. Thank you.
Out.